Today I'm going to be completely rebuilding the shower awning system here on the Super Ute for some much needed upgrades. And this right here is part one of that new upgrade. This is the brand new Rask shower Privy awning from 23.0, and it's going to replace the 23.0 Kestrel awning that I had on this previously. And this right here is part two to the upgrade. This is a brand new shower Privy swing out from Trukd, and it's going to solve a big issue I had showering here on the Super Ute. Now I stand right here when I'm showering in my old setup. These Next Step Outfitter side boxes are incredible because they fold down and give you a nice surface to put all of your shower items, your accoutrement, if you will, along with all your clothes to change. However, I have no way to access it, and I can't access this door because the zipper is in the middle and it's just impossible to reach around to grab everything you need. Now installing the Trukd swing away is going to articulate that shower so that I stand here and I'm able to access everything on this shelf through the back door. Mounting up this new system, I'm definitely using the Rask bracks because the quick on and off convenience of these cannot be beat. Plus they're lockable. These are just absolutely awesome. And by the way, I will have links for everything I'm using today in the description below. Mounting up the Trukd Privy swing out here couldn't be any easier. And it's also bi-directional. You can kind of mount it up however you need to. I wanted to pivot away from the truck, so I'm going to have the latch facing that passenger door and then swinging out so it's more back than front. Operating the swing out could not be any easier. It's got a single pin. All you're gonna do is pull it, and then the shock inside of it is gonna wanna push it all the way open. To close it, you're just gonna push it, latch it with the pin. Super simple. And the Privy is gonna be mounted on this side and the Rask bracket mounted on this side. Trukd includes all necessary hardware to get these mounted up. First hiccup of the project, and there's always one. The holes with the Rask bracks actually don't line up with the truck rack. Luckily, this is just a high strength polymer. So I'm going to put it on here, mark the holes with a Sharpie, and then drill it out with the drill. I know it works. I already did it on this side, and then we're off to the races. A quick tip to mounting up the Rask brackets just a little bit easier. You mount your anchoring brackets up on the rack. You take your tape measure and measure outside to outside of where these insert brackets are gonna go. And then I basically get them nice and snug. I bring them over to the rack. I test fit them so that they align themselves, and I very gingerly pull them off, bring them over and tighten them down, and it works every time. And now we're ready to mount up the 23.0 Rask Privy. And it comes with all the hardware you're gonna need. It comes with bracketry, stakes, and a bunch of nuts and bolts to get this thing mounted up to go right into the extrusion back plate here. This should be, again, a very simple install into the Trukd rack. I'm going to start by sliding the hardware included in the 23.0 kit into the center of the extrusion where the holes are, and then kind of put them roughly in place where we're going to want them. Now, the way the bracket holes line up with the extrusion here, only holes I'm able to use are these middle holes on the outside and then one hole here on top, which I'm going to take full advantage of to get the most security out of this mounting. Now with the bolts just sitting on here, I'm going to take my plate and just set it on top and then start aligning all the bolts into the holes. Now I'm going to insert all the lock nuts. Also, make sure you orient your Privy in the proper orientation. The zipper goes on the bottom. Now let's close it up and make sure it fits. Like a glove. Hiccup number two on the awning. I had to displace the awning to this side because of my Milwaukee packouts on my integral truck's mounting plate. Unfortunately, on the other end, it opens up into the rack and it doesn't open up all the way. So what I have to do is pull these down, and I'm gonna have to shift this entire thing over so that it's closer to the end where it hinges, and then I'll find a place for these down the road. Perfect. Once again, to operate it, there's a pin here on the side. You just push, pull the whole bracket out, and the shock itself wants to stay open. And this is great too. The shock is very strong, so if there's a wind, you've got this set up, it's not gonna blow closed on you. Such a great setup. And if you wanna close it, just grab it, push it, lift up just a pinch, make sure the notch is seated, and you're good to roll. Now let's get this new Rask Privy shower awning set up and see what's cool about it. it's all set up. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's pretty awesome. I just put the Rask Privy away off camera for two reasons. One, I wanted to see if it actually deploys so fast after I roll it up and it's not like a factory roll up. And then two, I wanted to work through any issues I might find putting it away so I kind of have an idea of how it goes. And boy, was I surprised because it went away lightning fast as well. Now, this is my third Privy I've owned. My very first one was the Overland Pro's Privy, and that thing was just a nightmare. It was a pain to put away, a pain to deploy. I just never liked that one. The Kestrel shower made a ton of improvements on actually how it works, the functionality, lighting, and that thing was just, it's far superior than the Overland Pro's one. And then this one, again, beats that Kestrel shower. The Rask shower here is just sick. Let's see how this deploys after I've rolled it up. That's it. That is so fast. I actually noticed when I first set it up that it didn't actually clear all the way over so that I could open this box when I'm showering. But now I moved it all the way over to the side, which made plenty of room for me to be able to have this open and this box open. And it also gave me room to get the Milwaukee pack out back on this side. So this thing is working out perfect. Right off the bat, the upgrades that I immediately noticed was the roof is secured to this top, which makes it just one less thing to have to unroll when you get this opened up. The fabric, I feel, is the same, might be just a pinch thicker, and it's got this hexagonal shape to it, which just makes it nice. I don't know if that's a huge improvement, but it is an improvement. The other thing I noticed right away is that the bottom of this actually has weight to it. There seems to be like a almost structure system to it. That way, if you don't want to stake it down, you don't have to stake it down. Every time I was showering at PNW and over any of the expos, I had to stake it out. Otherwise, the bottom would blow in with the wind and it'd stick to your legs and it'd just be kind of annoying. This is just much easier. I just noticed it also has doors on both corners of this side here. So you can literally open the whole front up if you wanted to and just have a little bit of shade, not necessarily be fully enclosed. I dig it. Now, like I said, for my application, this is perfect. This back window can go down just a little way so I can access all my shampoo and body wash, all that good stuff. It's just gonna be sitting right there. I don't necessarily have to use the pockets. It's just easier if you just kind of pull it off, and also your dry clothes can be sitting there. It's just one less thing that I have to worry about kind of hanging on this when I can just put it on this shelf. It's just very convenient. There's an integrated LED light strip that is nice bright white with the USB port to power it. One last thing I'll point out is the floor cover, the floor mat on this is actually attaches to the side, which is really convenient in multiple ways. When you use it, you can lay it out here. The bottom part here is a rugged plastic. The corners are a mesh. That way, when you're showering, your feet aren't getting dirty from sand and mud and whatnot that you're sitting in. And then when you're done with it, you can just toggle it back up and put it away, which is one, gonna allow it to dry a lot quicker. And two, it just makes it putting away a lot easier because it automatically rolls up into the whole system. It's not a separate piece. This is awesome. Now, I've only done this once, but watch how fast this is to put away. I'll talk you through it as I do it. So you come over here, there's this tab right here, and this collapses the shocks. So you pull this to get a head start on collapsing that, and then you just push it the rest of the way in. You can take the top here and flap it kind of over, and it's gonna stop it from having to kind of push back out. You take those weighted bars at the bottom, you just kind of roll them inside of themselves, then just roll it up nice and tight. Another great improvement they made is the strap system to actually put the whole thing away. Before, they would get sucked under those bars, and now the strap is on top, and they're orange and they hang down nice and long. Easy to find, easy to put in. And there it is. Now, honestly, tell me that's not the most badass shower privy setup you have ever seen. So the Trukd 90-degree shower awning swing out retails for $399 and is all made in the USA. It's made in Pittsburgh, and the owner of Trukd, he's amazing. He does great work, and you guys should definitely support his business and check him out. And the 23.0 Rask shower privy retails for $299, and again, an outstanding piece of kit. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.